Daily Broadside, day 369. I went to college in the mountains. Going to class was an uphill struggle both ways. Very mountainous region, strenuous activity involved in walking to class. Mountain biking had become all the rage, and all of the friends that I made in the first week I was there all had mountain bikes, stump jumpers, Cannondales, and all this stuff. And so I would borrow their bike when they weren't using it, but most of the time they were using it. So I called my parents up and I'm like, I need a mountain bike. You've got a BMX bike. I'm like, I can't ride a BMX bike. Nobody rides those, okay? There's no Matt Hoffmans riding around, you know. So I said, I need a mountain bike. She's like, well, how much are they? It's like, well, these Cannondales and all, they start at like $400 or $500, you know, for a good one. She's like, well, you're not getting a mountain bike. She's like, I just paid your tuition. You won't be getting a mountain bike. I'm like, dang. So I got in a job because this is what I do. I can't not work. And so I had some spending money. So like the second week I'm there, I ride down to a pawn shop downtown, or I walk down and over to a pawn shop. I walk in and there's this green Murray, right, leaning against the wall, and they had $60 on it. And I was like, it was like the heavens opened up, and I was like, now I knew this wasn't a Cannondale. This was a cheap Murray bicycle, right? And but I was awestruck, you know, moonstruck, as Cher would say. And I was like, oh, $60 bike, I can scrape the Murray sticker off. Nobody will know what it is, right? And so I didn't know you could haggle in pawn shops and all, so I just give the guy $60 and I ride out. And man, if you could have seen me smile that day. The cars were stopping to leer at me because I was just smiling from ear to ear, right? So I get it back, you know, I ride the half mile back over to the dorm there, put it in the elevator, we go upstairs, put it in my dorm, and I'm just sitting there in my chair just looking at my $60 steel, you know? I was like, now I gotta find something to scrape these stickers off with, you know? And so my roommate, who was like a huge mountain biker, he comes home, I don't know, like a couple hours later, I'm sitting there doing whatever I'm doing. He walks in, he's like, whose bike is that? I'm like, that would be mine, you know? And he's like, why'd you get a girl's bike? And I'm like, what? and I look over, and sure enough, I'd bought a female bike. Had the bar, you know how the bar, like, you know, it goes down. Oh, I was pissed. I was like, damn it. I just gave $60 for a girl's bike, and I was so excited that I found a good deal in a decent color that I didn't even notice it wasn't for me. And I'm like, I can't ride a girl's bike. They look stupid. And I don't know why they still make them that way. First of all, we're the ones with the testicles. We need the lowered bar. It should have been reversed. And I understand it was because girls used to ride bikes in skirts, but ain't no girls in hoop skirts riding bikes no more, okay? They're all in leggings and tight pants and things that don't get caught up in sprockets when you're pedaling, right? So I was like, damn it, right? So I was like, I gotta get rid of the evidence here. And so, like, one by one, my friends come in. They're like, I heard you bought a girl's bike, you know? And it was just like, and I mean, where am I gonna put it? Well, am I gonna put it like in the communal shower? You know, it had to be in my room. So like, I got ribbed for that, for like everything. So this is like a Tuesday, right? So I'm like, well, I guess I'm going home this weekend. So I had a Chevy Blazer at the time, and I under the cover of darkness, I snuck that thing out and shoved it into the back seat, and I drove home, right? And I get home and I'm unloading the bike. My mom gets home. She's like, oh, you got a bike? I'm like, I didn't get a bike. This is a girl's bike. Okay, clearly this is a girl's bike and all this. And she's like, why'd you get a girl's bike? I said, I didn't mean to get a girl's bike. Damn. You know? And I didn't mention this. The tire was flat on one of the tires, right? So riding it back was like really low. Like I was on the rim, you know? I guess pawn shops don't pump up their tires before they sell the thing. So the whole experience was stupid. So here's the funny part. If any of this can be counted funny. Mom's like, well, we're having a yard sale at the end of the month. Mom loved a yard sale. People growing up, like baby boomers love a yard sale. Nobody does a yard sale anymore. You can get rid of a lot of cool crap for like 25 cents, you know? And it's not about the money. It's about getting rid of your stuff and not having it filled up in a landfill, right? So I was like, all right, we'll put it on there. I had it on. She said, what do you want it for? I was like, well, I got $60 in it. She said, hey, you're not getting $60 for that bike anywhere at any yard sale. These people are coming to gouge you. I'm like, all right, sold it for $5. So that was the most expensive $55 lesson that I ever learned as a youth. And now to this day, I pay close attention to the minutia in life, the details, so I don't look like some goofball riding in a girl's bike. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Giddy up.